All right. So, all right, guys. So we'll start over, guys. Hey, guys. Mas Sajady here. Welcome to Mas on Sunday, World Frequency Meditation, Love Uncomplicated. So we're gonna just jump right into it. This is an experiential program, by the way, which means that it's about frequencies. Frequencies are, the hottest thing. Actually, it's the latest science, as you know. Everybody talks about frequencies in many, many different ways. People's vibe, right? There's billions of dollars on frequencies. Epigenetics is on, frequencies, sound waves. Psychedelics even is about frequencies, but those are all old ways. Those are all they're great, but they're kind of like psychology and self improvement and like sheer grit, all that. It's at a surface level, which is really fantastic. Energies, chakras, things of the heart. Those are good as well. But we want to go to the base level frequency, the core level frequency. I call it the inception waves. What causes those frequencies? And when you can help people at that inception level of frequencies or inception frequencies, this is where massive changes come about, and this is where massive changes that you all on this channel, uh that's where all the changes have come from, by the way. The massive changes that you've had is because we've helped you transform a shift, uh your inception waves that cause the frequencies that create you. Now, that might get a little technical, but overall, basically, bottom line, because you don't need to know the science behind it, bottom line is that, well, you become a better person. You become spiritually successful, which is that you're abundant at all levels: health, wealth, relationships, and that spiritual connection that we all need. So that's the importance, that's the bottom line of all this, that I'm talking about. So again, welcome. Let me just there we go. There we go. Now I can see your comments all. So thanks for that. Thanks for all the comments. By the way, guys, our YouTube is going really, really fast. So thank you for that. Subscribe, like this channel, send it to your friends if you can as well. Thank you so much. All right, we're going to talk about we're going to talk about uh, this new form of love. So we're going to talk about humanity's love. That's what the world frequency meditation is about. So you can bring in your families, you can bring in, say, your governments that you want to work on. The leaders, whether they're religious leaders, science leaders, business leaders, political leaders. You can bring all those in. So because they always want to do the best, or at least that's what they say. But this is where we can help them keep to their word, because that's how we transform. And it's not about any of those things. It's not about doing. It's literally not about doing. It's not about setting new laws, forcing people or forcing, the governments. The governments should do the right thing. People should do the right thing. And then we set laws and standards. We don't want to do that, because it hasn't worked. It's never worked, and that's why we are into the situation. Um, that's why we're in the situation that we're in. What we want to do actually is really is what we want to do is really shift us into understanding what, in this case, in this meditation, is about love, who we really are at a frequency level. That's the key. So we want to get back to the original state of what love meant, right? And and how do you do that? You don't do it by contemplating here, right? You can reflect back and so on, but we must go deeper than the mind, because love and any other, say, anything else actually starts its origin, or the inception wave of that frequency that you resonate as love, starts way back here, like 10 steps before your mind and brain can even, say, contemplate it or actually notice it. So most people, again, they change their concepts of love up here, and they force. And I just want to show you, if I can, some of the quotes here. Some of the quotes here on, great leaders that talk about love, and they're really fantastic. Again, they're just surface level, and this is where we can get into trouble with them. Let's see if I can. Let's see here. And again, guys, thanks for. Where did we go? Here we go. Can they see that? I can't hear you, but yeah, I'll yeah. Sorry, guys. Here. This one, for example, this one's from Jordan Peterson. Says, and he's got a couple on love. I just picked this one. He's got this one. It says, "Don't be naive and do not expect the beauty of love to maintain itself without all-out effort on your part." Okay, so it sounds really great, and many people, again, do that. In fact, most novels, romance novels, are about that kind of love, sacrificial love. That is, 'Cause that's what it is. Most movies are based on sacrificial love, sacrificial honor. So this kind of love, it's really fantastic, and it makes great movies and all that. But it's a very destructive form of love, and this is where you're always sacrificing yourself for love. So Jordan, and this is why the marriages don't work out. This is why you have to say, like Jordan Peterson, he says, marriage is sacred, lifetime union of two imperfect people committed to become better through. And again, that's true, but you always have to sacrifice. You always have to say, destroy yourself to find or create that love. Love should actually be, take a deep breath in, because this is an experiential uh, frequency meditation. Okay, if those individuals, you listening to this live or on a recording, if you are running that kind of love where you're always having to work at it, date night, you always had to go, well, I sacrifice this so I can love this person. Those kind of things are destructive for your love, and they're not long term. That's why love feels like shit. How long do I have to do this, right? How many of you are in that boat? It's like, yeah, I love that person. Damn, it took a long time to do that. Can you shut your video down, Demi? Thanks. So, this is so in this situation, again, love becomes sacrificial for you. So, and that's why it doesn't really work out well. Okay, let's go back to what yeah. I'm gonna give this. I'm gonna share what Tony Robbins was saying about love. Can you see that? Okay. All right. So Tony Robbins, it's your unlimited power to care and to love that can make the biggest difference in the quality of your life. Absolutely. Again, I'm not knocking him down or anything like this. I'm not knocking anybody down. But yes, it's your unlimited power to care about. But then Tony, how do you get to that aspect? Tony's way again is like you got to push right through it. You got to push. You got to force yourself. You got to be that gladiator to create that love for yourself. Again, love doesn't really work that way. First principle love does not work that way. So take a deep breath in, and those individuals who are, say, running in this pattern, um, uh, those individuals who are running this type of love, uh, notice where it is in your body, and then the love we have for humanity. Right? We talk about love we have for humanity. We talk about love we have for the kids or the planet, and so on. Well, you can't. Most people take a deep breath in, and this is a huge factor, guys. Most individuals who have love for humanity, love for animals, and love to save the planet, and so on, right? To be a better planet for our future. Since we don't define love the proper way, our definition of love, we couldn't find it within ourselves. We have to go outside outside of ourselves and then love something else, love somebody else about it. Right? It doesn't work that way because you're trying to find love in an external. It doesn't work that way. It just bottom line, straight out physics, it does not work that way. Most individuals take a deep breath in, and we're going deep, guys. Might as well clean out some other patterns as well as I help you share another screen here. Sadhguru here. Again, really fantastic guy, fantastic teachings, by the way. At a surface level, sounds great. If there's love in your heart, it will guide you through your life. Love has its own intelligence. He's absolutely right. But then, how do we reach that intelligence? Most people go, "Well, if there's love in my heart," but again, how is that love defined? That's what I'm talking about. Love should not be defined in your heart. In it is a part of you. It's the grace or the frequency behind you that originally created you that resonates. That frequency that generates who you are, that is encoded with love. Hence, you are here. That's the kind of love that we're always searching for. So that pattern. I'll stop sharing here. The frequency of love, frequency of anything that starts, the frequency of wealth, the frequency, the honor, the frequency of anything, guys, starts at your, say, super intelligence, way beyond, say, your genetic makeup, way beyond your brain, your body, and your physical experiences. Those things are all way out here. So we're trying to create that love that got messed up back, right? And this is what this world frequency meditation is about. Helping you understand it's like instead of looking outwards to find love, you look inwards to find love. And that's scary for a lot of things. So take a deep breath in. We'll create that first definition principle on what love is really about. Notice your solar plexus right here. And we'll go through and explain as I guide you into those deeper states. It's nothing that it's everything that you feel. Again, it goes beyond. So when you start to fall in love, or if you see an infant and you look at them in that purity of love that they have for the world, that's the purity that I'm talking about. Somebody was mentioning the kingdom of God is within you. Absolutely. And that's the kind of love. That love is unconditional. It's just raw love, love that generates, say, it's the love that generates who you are, love that perpetuates you. It pushes you along. There's no work to. There's no work involved in it. By the way, take a deep breath in again. Hello. Hello. Yeah. Hello. Oh, really? Oh, yeah. Hold on. Yep. Here. That better? Okay. Yep. Thanks. All right, guys. Sorry, I'm back. Again, some technical issues here. Maybe because I'm talking about a lot of people and they might not like it. So I'm back, guys. Sorry. I can hear no audio. My is my audio okay? Okay. All right. Sorry, guys. All right. I think sharing the screen kind of messed it up here. All right. So let's take a deep breath in, guys. Sorry about that. And again, let's bring in people you want to save, the animals you want to save, the world you want to save. Take a deep breath in again. Let's bring in those political leaders, religious leaders, corporate leaders that say they have love for all, but then they might misdirect us, not because they're bad people, or they could be, but because they're, well, just like you, kind of lost in, say, what the definition of love really looks like, right? Take a deep breath in again. There you go. And then notice your solar plex area, and then notice your spine. So notice your solar plex, single point, say a sphere, and then notice your spine, its entirety, from the top where it meets your head, your skull, all the way down to the bottom, your tailbone. So basically a line and then a sphere. For those who are new, it's like, why is that important? We talk about that um, in the 18-day hyper meditations and total human reset coming up. Take a deep breath in again. There we go. As you notice that sphere within your solar plex, as you notice your spine, again, notice how you feel. There you go. Now we're in the zone. Guess we had to clear we had to clear out all that baggage on definitions of love that many great individuals talk about, but they don't know how to access. For those who feel it and experience it, some of you who are feeling that grandness coming through for you, congratulations. And then some of you might feel sad for yourself, for humanity. Just notice whatever's showing up for you. The sadness, the disconnect, the sorrow. That's not love. Okay? There we go. Those are all the things attached to love that you've had in the past. So as those things wash away, whether it's immediately for some of you or throughout the coming days, you'll start to see, or you'll start to experience what love is really about. And that's the definition of love that you want to access. By the way, I don't create that. It's always been in you. I've just redefined it to its original state that was originally encoded in your genetics, by the way. It's always been there. So I'm feeling fantastic and so clean. That's what you want. Congratulations. Sad and scared. It's actually your old self, your old definitions of love washing away, right? So hold on to your identity of where you are now. Allow whatever's making you sad and scared to wash away for you, right? Or whatever else that you might be feeling. Breath in again. Again, notice your spine all the way from the top through the neck, the gentle curves of a healthy spine, through the upper back, through the mid back, right down into your tailbone. And then that that sphere in your solar plex area. Some people feeling angry, some people feeling barren, people feel incomplete. Again, those patterns are leaving you. That's why you're feeling it. So allow it to happen. When those patterns are running, say you're barren or you feel incomplete, right? Or there's a lot of anger around, say, somebody that should have supported you as a child. Take a deep breath in again. Your definition of love gets fucked up, gets messed up for you. Okay. You're barren. You'll do anything to find a connection. This is where Tony Robbins is right. Most people don't feel love, they have a connection because the definition isn't there. The definition of love has gotten screwed up. Those individuals who have misplaced sexual identities, abused as a young child, or distorted on their self image of who they are, especially women, you might feel it in the lower regions or in your wombs. Breath in again. Now imagine your leaders, whoever they are, business leaders, spiritual leaders, political leaders, and they have an ill definition of love. How are they ever going to run the world properly? So let's focus in on a leader, whoever leaders, or how I mean, how many that you want to focus in on. Religious leaders of the past, again, government leaders, leaders that ran your family circle. Breath in again. Let's bring in love for the world. So, love for nature, love for the planet, love for the universe. Those are all, and let's connect you as a note. Most, again, send out love to those things, which is great, by the way. But when you're in alignment to the universe, to the earth, to planets, to nature, your alignment with that, There's no sending out. There's no getting. You're just in that state of bliss. You're part of it. So there's no giving or getting is the key. You become part. You become, this is where that love is a oneness, a wholeness. Take a breath in again. There we go. As we work or focus in on humanity, there we go. There you go. Take a deep breath in. In love finding you, wisdom finding you, absolutely. But in fact, it's already there for you. It's already deep within your cellular identity. So by finding, if you're meaning that you're resonating at the same frequency as that pure definition of love, wisdom, honor, wealth, it's already part of you. Take a deep breath in again. Another way of explaining it is we work on you sending out your ripple, your waves, your frequencies. And let's make it a tidal wave that just encapsulates the whole globe. There we go. We all start to become in the flow. Beautiful saying that that which we seek, we are. Breath in again. Just notice the flow. It's a great question. If it's already part of me, how come I'm not feeling or experiencing it? That's what I was trying to explain earlier. You're running a bad definition of it. Simple as that. You're tuned into the wrong station, in this case of love. There we go. Breath in again. While we're here, most of us, for those who are kind of off centered a little bit, redo this meditation, hyper meditation. Notice the dimension that you're in. It's not a state of mind. I just want you to become aware and reference so you can hold on to this space, not a momentary thing. You can live from this space once you can access it properly. And you can be in this space 24/7. Again, just like nature does, just like the planets. And at that way, everything is in synchronicity, everything is in harmony. Take a deep breath in again. So notice how I got you into this space. And notice how your frequencies are resonating properly. There you go. It's better than psychedelics. There you go. Breath in again. Mm, there you go. So notice your presence. Notice your environment. And notice that inner expansion. When you're in this inner expansive state, and you flow through the world, everyday activities, whether it's at a personal level or co creating with somebody, take a deep breath in. Notice your spine, that sphere. This is where love becomes a uh, catchy. It's kind of this is a thing that when you walk around, people don't even know you. You just float through that space, and they look at you. You start to turn them on, going, "Oh, that's the kind of love. That's the kind of grace. That's the kind of essence that we should have." Hence, we start to transform the world. It's a huge wave happens all the way up to the leaders of this world. And as you take a deep breath in, and if they don't want to be aligned with it, again, this type of love is omnipresent, it's all powerful because it comes from the right source. Not my source, not your source. You're aligned with the pure source. Breath in again. There we go. This is where nothing can stop humanity going in the right direction. Again, all we need is love, right? Famous from the Beatles, I believe, which is true. But we need the right definition of love. And that's what this meditation is about. So now that you're in the right dimension of yourself, all those genetic, say, switches are activated in your DNA. And notice how that feels. This is where spatial referencing comes into play. If you're new, you notice sounds around you, and then a body part like your solar plex and your spine. Notice scents, smells around you, because you want to anchor yourself, your physical body, with this dimension of love. Again, another way of putting it for ease. There we go. Take a breath in. You're tuned in to the right frequency that nature, planets, the universe, and beyond resonate. Hence, you experience love. And notice how you feel, and notice the clothes on your body. Notice the air on your skin. You know, goes beyond my body. It's what it's supposed to feel. You're starting to integrate, because when you're aligned, you start to integrate with your unconditional self, your timeless self, your spirit, however you want to label it. So, congratulations. And again, this is where when you walk through a crowd, you're in this space. You're not only protected, but then you're sending out the proper vibes of love. This is where you get honored with who you are, not the way you look. This is where you don't get abused. But then, more importantly, or just as important, you're sending out that wave which allows them, or literally forces them, to tune in to that definition that you're sending out. And nobody can stop it. This is how you change the world. There you go. Just going to leave you in this space. You can stay in this space for as long as you wish. Way to stay in this space is not check your email, your text, but just be in this space. Okay? Next week, we'll have impact sessions on redefining love. So that's coming up next week, on what patterns you people run in love relationships. Take a deep breath in again. So join us for that. Tell your friends about it. Remember to like the channel, guys. Subscribe. And then also tonight, Total Human Reset begins. So if you haven't signed up for that, you can still sign up. There you go. That's it's a great way to begin the year and stay in this, say, love frequency throughout. That's what the Total Human Reset is about for y'all, right? Again, stay in this place. Thank you so much, guys. Thanks for being part of this human revolution of transforming the world into what it should be. Take care, guys. Peace.